Cian O'Connor, congratulations on your selection for Team Ireland for the Tokyo Olympics. Can you firstly give us your thoughts and your excitement about representing your country on board Kilkenny?
Thanks very much. Yeah, I'm listening. There's a lot of work has gone in by so many people to get here, and we're delighted to be going. Kilkenny's in great shape. He's had a good season. He jumped really well in Florida in January, February, March. He's a little bit of a break. He was double clear in the Grand Prix at Valkenswaard where he finished fourth, and then he went on to jump clear in the Nations Cup in Le Bowl. He does his final show this weekend in Knokke in Belgium for his final preparation before he travels. And we really have an exciting team with Bertram, also with an Irish horse, Pacino Miro, and Dara Kenny as well. So we're all looking forward to the challenge and very excited about Tokyo.
A lot of the hard work in qualifying was done back in Barcelona in 2019, but having a team with you, as you just mentioned there, is definitely a boost and people you know very well.
Yeah, it seems like a while ago, 2019, and in fact, if the Olympics were last year, I wouldn't have even had Kilkenny. So it's funny the way things work out. There was a great team of people then who helped us qualify. A slightly different team now, but all guys that I've ridden with before, and all people who'll be doing their very best.
On Kilkenny, as you mentioned, had it been last year, you likely would have gone PSG final. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I didn't have Kilkenny last year. He only came along in September. I was fortunate to spot him at a show in Spain, and really he's gone on from strength to strength. PSG had a slight injury. He's back in full work now and jumping well, and most likely jump to European Championships hopefully at the end of August.
Can you just talk us about the Olympics itself? It's a competition you know intimately well. How different is it to the competitions and the tournaments you compete in year round?
I think the Olympics is like nothing else. If you just do Grand Prix week in, week out, you could have an event where you have a fence or two down. It's not the end of the world, you go on to the next one. But I think growing up jumping Nations Cup competitions, the emphasis was on you had to deliver. Friday at 3 o'clock was Nations Cup, like the Aga Khan, and that was the day to go well. And I think with the emphasis on really having to peak on a particular moment, that's made some of us good championship riders. And it's been a good help to me, has stood me well, and there's nothing quite like the Olympic Games. It really, really surpasses everything else, and I'm counting down the days. I absolutely can't wait.
In terms of the actual final countdown now, can you just tell us about we're a couple of weeks away from the Olympics. What are your immediate plans now in terms of the planning for yourself and Kilkenny?
So with horses, you're always trying to make sure you have enough preparation done in terms of the competition, that you've competed them close enough to the event. And obviously in Tokyo, it provides logistical challenges with quarantine and flights and so on. So his last show will be this week, which is will be about 3 weeks from when he has to compete over there. And then he has a week in quarantine, and then he flies and he's there a couple of days before he competes. So I'll fly also the same day as him, the 25th of July, and then the veterinary inspection's the end of July, and he starts competing the 1st of August. So it'll all come in now fairly quick. I think we're well prepared. It's hard with horses to peak them. He jumped really, really well in February, so for example. So I'm kind of thinking, how am I going to peak him first week of August? And so my plan was to let him down a little bit after Le Bowl, which was his last event in France in June, and then peak back up by building him up to competition. He's very, very fit. He gets two times work a day, one time on a gallop in light work, slow work, slow cantering, a lot of walking exercise, and then he gets his flat work every day as well. So this is a horse that's very, very, very fit, a blood horse, and hopefully should be well able for the heat in Tokyo.
Cian, representing Ireland is a huge factor for you. You've built your base here in Carlswood in Ireland, and you've already called yourself, you're a home bird. You see yourself as a home bird. What will you feel when you step out onto the ring for that day in Tokyo? What will be going through your mind and through your heart?
I think people don't realise what goes on behind the scenes. We had a media day today with the OCI. We were talking to different media outlets, and people ask about how big is this an occasion for your sport? We don't hear of you on regular weeks, and I suppose show jumping isn't in the limelight week in, week out, and some people just think we get rolled out every 4 years for these Olympics, but in fact it's not just me. There's an army of people here behind us, behind the scenes, who help make it happen. And for me to get selected for Tokyo, it wouldn't be possible without the horse. I bought Kilkenny last autumn. When I competed him in America, there was a lot of interest in him, and I was very tempted to sell him. I was very fortunate that Susan Magner, I suppose, shared my dreams for Olympic success and my quest to go to the Olympics. And she thankfully bought the horse and secured the horse for Team Ireland and for me to compete. So I'm very, very grateful for that. Obviously, Kilkenny's groom, Joanna, Ross Mulholland, who has been working with me for a long time, and all the staff at Carlswood. I mean, everyone puts in so much effort to get to this moment. So when that bell goes in Tokyo, I'm kind of feel that I'm representing all of them. I'm representing all the people who have put themselves out for me, my wife, who has made a lot of sacrifices, and everybody who's part of the team, the wider team, who's helped get me and the horse there in good shape. So you feel you really want to do your best. You don't want to let your teammates down. Obviously, when we go to Tokyo, there's individual medals, there's team medals, and we'll be trying equally hard in both, and hopefully we'll be able to come home with one.
And a final question: you enjoyed a bronze medal success in 2012 aboard Blue Lloyd. It was the same weekend when Katie Taylor won gold as well. So what are the hopes heading into Tokyo?
Kenny's a very good horse. He's a little bit inexperienced, I guess, compared to Blue Lloyd. Blue Lloyd had a lot done, had other championships done, but I didn't know him that well. And anything that Kilkenny has done at a higher level, he's done with me, because he's only turned 9, so he's only started jumping his Grand Prix this year. Well, he's got a great mind, a great attitude, and there's something about the good Irish horse. And I think the Irish horse is on the way back. Bertram Allen's horse is Irish, Kilkenny's Irish. I'm quietly confident going there, and I think what he might lack in experience, he'll make up for with intelligence.
Great, so Cian, best of luck to you and the team.
Thank you.